Close Sports Pulse, USA Today Sports. Michael Middlehurst Schwartz looks at the top 5 quarterbacks of the 2018 NFL Draft and the teams that would be the best fit for each. USA Today Sports. Let's flip this Lamar Jackson script to better grasp the potential. For all of the reality check projections of how the former Louisville quarterback will inspire his next team to create a specially designed offense that features his blazing speed as a complement to the rocket arm, Jackson is a nightmare waiting to happen for NFL defensive coordinators. Where's the extra defender? If everybody does their job, somebody still has to tackle him, a veteran NFL defensive coach, speaking on the condition of anonymity, told USA Today Sports as he pondered Jackson's draft stock. The coach did not want to be identified because he is not authorized to speak about draft prospects. Say that you have a fast defensive end, who runs a 4.8, in the 40-yard dash, in position to contain him. Well, Jackson runs a 4.3. Now what? In the NFL, it's usually a safety, but that just opens up the middle of the field. And therein lies a practical scenario that leads me to think that despite the 4 quarterbacks widely touted as top 10 picks, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen and Baker Mayfield, Jackson looms as the most intriguing player in the entire NFL draft. Sure, in a passing league where people still slobber over traditional drop-back throwers and where we've already witnessed various versions of the mobile quarterback, the team that selects Jackson will have to go all in to employ another degree of out-the-box thinking. Kind of like Houston coach Bill O'Brien did last year in overhauling his offense on the fly around Deshaun Watson. Jackson fuels hope that he, too, will be a torchbearer for another new wave of prolific playmaking because he can sling it while he happens to be the fastest player on the field. He's a dynamic playmaker, Cincinnati coach Marvin Lewis, with his rich defensive background, told USA Today Sports. You can't discount that. More. Could Sam Darnold be USC's best NFL quarterback? Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart optimistic. More. NFL Mock Draft 2018, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield could be biggest QB dominoes Lewis knows. In Week 2 last season, his Bengals were victimized in Watson's breakout game, which included a 49-yard TD run on a busted play as he sparked an upset in his first NFL start. Jackson, with a Heisman Trophy on his resume, is even faster than Watson. Like Michael Vick fast. Although Hall of Fame GM Bill Polian ignited debate in February with the absurd assertion that Jackson would be better served by switching to receiver, to which Jackson seemingly responded by refusing to run the 40-yard dash at the NFL Scouting Combine or at Louisville's Pro Day. It's been striking during the pre-draft process to note the team showing interest. Lewis, with the 21st pick in the first round, said the Bengals have invested a lot of time on Jackson, who is roughly the same size, 6'2½", 216, as Cincinnati quarterback Andy Dalton. Baltimore, Jacksonville and New Orleans, which all could conceivably groom long-term options to succeed Joe Flacco, Blake Bortles and the great Drew Brees, respectively, have talked up Jackson. Of course, this is the time of year for smokescreens. But you never know. Word has also leaked that New England and crafty Belichick had Jackson in Foxborough, Massachusetts, as one of the 30 visits teams can conduct with out-of-town draft prospects, which prompted a thumbs up on Instagram from Tom Brady, who concluded, "He's a beast." Bucky Brooks, the former NFL scout turned expert analyst for NFL media, thanks the interest from Belichick, who once took a flyer on Tim Tebow, is legit. Noted Brooks, "I believe after seeing Deshaun Watson tear up his defense, he said, I want a player like Lamar Jackson." Watson, by the way, produced his first NFL 300-yard passing game, plus 41 rushing yards, during a near upset at Foxborough in Week 3. One of the things that I think we as coaches, we all understand this. There's not going to be another Drew Brees clone that we draft. Saints coach Sean Payton, with the 27th pick in the first round, told USA Today Sports. One of our jobs is to look closely at the things that player does best. With Lamar, you feel it in the room. You can tell that he can lead. So if he's your quarterback, you start looking closely at the things he did well at Louisville and you build that way. Scrutiny of Jackson includes questions about his 59.1% completion rate last season and his mechanics as a passer. Yet that came with a depleted receiving core and too many dropped passes. Jackson has drawn praise from draft experts for his decision-making. ability to throw on the run and his deep passes. And then, of course, there's that threat to run. It also matters that Jackson was groomed in a pro-style offense, traced to the scheme that Tom Coughlin employed during his first stint in Jacksonville, when current Louisville coach Bobby Petrino was an assistant. To be able to play quarterback for Bobby, that's a positive that Lamar has had, Lewis said. It's fair to wonder about the risk of running too much, even as the use of RPOs, run-pass options, gains steam in the NFL, as exemplified by Super Bowl champion Philadelphia with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles, and the way Kansas City coach Andy Reid deployed the since-departed Alex Smith. Watson's phenomenal rookie year was cut short by injury, and Robert Griffin's NFL career has been marked by injury setbacks, among other factors. Those cases provide a warning, and may scare teams inclined to build with a drop-back passer. But Cam Newton and Russell Wilson have thrived, providing weekly warnings for opposing defenses. Jackson's success could hinge on how much, and in what situations, he's called on to run. According to the Undefeated, 73% of Jackson's runs at Louisville were designed runs, a rate that won't cut it in the NFL. Improvisational speed is the ticket. I don't think I design runs for him, former Arizona coach Bruce Arians told the Arizona Republic. I would just let him, a la Russell Wilson, take what's there and whoosh, take off running. Which is surely the script that makes Jackson such a